Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Adventure with Roger. Tonight I'm coming back at you with New World. I'm going to answer the question for you. I've had this question from quite a few different viewers. Should I try to play New World solo because I don't have a lot of time to commit to it? That type of question. And I'm here to tell you, this is going to be a shorter video. I'm here to tell you right now, it's a bad idea, and I'm going to give you like 3 or 4 really solid answers as to why playing or trying to play New World as a solo player is going to be so very difficult and even painstaking for you. Alright, number 1 is it doesn't matter which faction you choose. There's 3 different ones to choose from. When you join a faction, there's going to be reputation quests that you can get. There's going to be 3 PvE reputation quests and 3 PvP reputation quests that are always available to you. And these quests are all done so much easier with a group of people than trying to do by yourself. You can run through all 3 of these PvE missions as with like 2 or 3 friends in a matter of like 20 or 30 minutes. Whereas if you try to do them by yourself, you're looking at a longer period of time, much longer. And you're going to constantly be trying to fight the same things because things respawn pretty quick in this game, especially right now because it just came out. Things respawn really fast, so you're constantly having to kill the same things over and over again to try and find the chests that you need. All the quests are almost all the same. You're going to kill something, or you're going to have to click on a chest, or something along those lines to get the quest done. And it's all so much easier when you're with other people. So the second reason why playing New World solo is such a big pain in the ass as well is there's a town project board that has just a ton of quests on it, and all of these missions, like I was saying, are so much easier to get done in a group. You just go out there, and when you're in a group, you kill like grizzly bears, you get credit. You kill the wolves, you get credit, and you can just go out and mow them down as a group, which is so much easier. And then the biggest and most real reason why you don't want to try and play New World solo is something I'm going to show you here in just a second. So when you first start crafting in New World, it's very simple. Like, you get some materials. The materials are spread out around the world on the ground or from animals or whatever. You just go out and you harvest them. But the first tier is very simple like that. But when you get to the next tier, you have to get things called void metals, which are more difficult to get. And then, but you can still acquire those yourselves. But the biggest issue is like this right here. So this is the first tier of clothing, the first tier of leather. But then when I get down here, say I want to craft this Amrine set, right? Which is a cool looking set. Has really good stats on it. When you craft it, it's going to have good stats. So the biggest problem you're going to have is you need 10 of these coagulated bloods. Now, all of the crafting in this game is like this. Once you get to a certain tier, you're going to have to get certain items, and these items only come out of dungeons. They're only dropped inside a dungeon. It's random off of like a boss mob, or any mob really can drop it as far as I know. But even like this obelisk outrider hat, and like I said, it's not just outfitting, it's blacksmithing or the armor crafting, the weapon crafting. Everything has like a ceiling that you hit sooner or later, where the resources that you get by yourself isn't good enough to craft these items, and you're gonna have to go into dungeons to get these items. And it gets even worse from here. To get into the dungeons themselves, the first thing you're going to have to do is go to your stone cutting table and start to level up your stone cutting. Now this is really easy at the beginning, but sooner or later you're going to have to craft the dungeon orb components. And that's what you're going to need to get into the dungeon. And all of these are bind on pickup, so to speak. So you have to craft them yourself. Now, to get into the first dungeon, you have to collect an iron chisel, some blocks, and an eternal heart. Now, the eternal heart can be crafted by yourself, but you're going to need a ton of motes, and these motes are only available through gathering and killing certain elemental monsters in the game. And these are much easier to get as a group. If you have to get 50, 50, and 50 of these, and say you want to rent a dungeon like 5 times in one day, you're going to need a shit ton of these motes, man. And that's not all. The fun part is these corrupted slivers that you're going to need 10 of them for 1 dungeon key. Now, these corrupted slivers are done from closing the corrupted portals around the world. And these corrupted portals start at level 25. And to do them solo is not impossible. I wouldn't even say it's that hard once you've got the proper gear. But to get your first like 100 slivers is, which would get you 10 dungeon keys, is a considerable amount of pain in the ass to do by yourself. You're definitely going to want a group for that. And that is basically my long story, my short story long, or long story short, however you guys want to take it, of why you can play New World solo. But I recommend it highly, and almost to the point where it's a necessity for you to grab a couple of people, at least join a company or a guild, and get a few people that say, hey, I'm in a certain time zone, I can only play from here to here. Can any of you guys hop on with me at the same time, and we can knock out some of these corrupted portals, get some slivers, and get our dungeon grind on? Because you are totally going to need to do dungeons in this game. I mean, you do get gear when you're in the dungeons, but in order to progress through the game, you definitely need to get a shit ton of resources that are so much easier to get when you're in a party together with other people. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this one. I want to say thank you so much to everyone that subscribes to the channel. Check out the links in the description to my Discord. Check out a lot of the other videos on my channel, guys. I've got hundreds of videos now, actually, on different MMORPGs. Feel free to check those out. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up for me. And if you feel like throwing me a couple bucks per month, check out my Patreon. Thank you so much. My name is Roger. I hope this answered the question if you can play New World solo. My name is Roger, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Take care of yourself, everybody.